If he sees reruns watching at home, he'll go the next direction.
Because sometimes on FX, I'm sitting there and there's nothing on, and it comes on, and I'm like, oh, God, why are you doing this to me? Please let this movie end. Why is this happening to me? Why are we playing this? People must watch it for some reason. But, okay, so I'm batting for the guy because he might do a good job. Now, is this a guy that I would want defending my family? No. I'd probably beat him up in 5 seconds. I mean, honestly, looking at you, I'm not being mean, Robert, but it looks like I can really beat you up with just one arm tied behind my hand. I'm not trying to be mean and probably just blow you and you probably knock over.
Unless he uses intelligence. That utility belt, like, I'll be honest, I think through all the years, the utility... Hey, dude, the utility belt...
I'm just thinking his utility belt. Oh, my God, this is too tight. He's just having notches. They're going to have to burn another hole like those belt buckles.
Okay, now I have a question for you. Do you think, your prediction now, will it make more or less money than the Lego Man Batman movie?
Oh, it's going to make more money. People are going to want to go... This is how it works. It's like, don't push the red button. Everybody wants to push the red button. This movie comes out, like, I want to see how he does. It's Batman. You're going to go see. Batman movies are always successful for Warner Brothers. Even the one with Schwarzenegger that was so bad, and it's that's the one with George Clooney. It still made decent money. I mean, people still go to these movies because it's Batman. Batman does something. Superman's a little different, but Batman always pulls it.
Bigger thing. Because I love this storyline of these two couples. Will they merge Wonder Woman and Batman? Because there is quite an age difference.
If Batman is successful and Wonder Woman's next movie isn't a flop, or it might just get bad reviews, it might go downhill due to the fact that they had so many reshoots and the script changes and the studio's starting to get involved again. Can I say something? Why is it that when they left Wonder Woman, the original one, alone and let her do it all by herself?
I know.
And it was successful. Now she's making a new one, Wonder Woman 1984 or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they're putting their hands in the cookie jar like they did Justice League. That's when they start messing up things. Do they not know this? I mean,
they don't. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. They just, it's all about ego, and trying to do too much with something. But it's just really sad. And I apologize too. I'm sorry. There isn't an age difference. Gal Gadot, I think you're amazing, but. And yes, I know, Aaron. I didn't think that all the time. But she's actually a year younger than Robert.
Really?
Yeah. So she's 1985. She was born, and he was born in 1986. So Robert, you're looking good for your age. So, but anyway,
so she was born before him?
Yes.
So she's older than him.
Oh, sorry. Wait, am I wrong?
Yes. If you're born in 85, that's a year before 86. So he's a year older than her.
She was born in 1985. Sorry,
so she's
okay, but they're pretty much the same age. Whatever.
Tomorrow we're going to be
I didn't take AP calculus for a while. SAT practice is tomorrow.
That's fine. Since we're only working on addition, that's fine.
1 plus
wow,
1.
We're going to start all over again. We'll see what happens. Filming starts later on in 2020, the beginning of 2020. So we should receive that. Actually, they say the end of this year, and it should be released in 2020.
No, because he's been doing. I mean, if you look at all the,
you got to talk to the mic.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
If you look at all the movies that he. Oh, sorry. If you've been looking at, no, not 2020, 2021, because that dude is busy for movies. He has a movie in post-production in 2019, another one in 2020 called The Devil at the Time.
It says the first of which will begin filming later this year. That's what it says, or early 2020.
Yeah.
So it's Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers puts out a movie every, 7 years? That's how long we usually have to wait.
Yeah, and they're calling it The Batman. But if you go to IMDb, June 25th, 2021. Exactly.
Because Batman was the other one. So now we're going to let's call this one The Batman. So we're a little different.
But the popularity is not that great.
It looks like Robin, the rumors are that Robin will be making an appearance in this movie.
That'll be interesting. But did you know the original writer was Ben Affleck for the screenplay, and now they added on Bill Finger?
Yeah. Ben Affleck was supposed to write it, and he was going to direct it. And then just Again,
something called rehab.
And then Warner Brothers goes, you know what? We want to do this. We want to put blue lights in the Batcave. And
blue light.
I'm just making it up. They got to add their own things, and eventually he's all like, you know what? You guys, I'm going to pull out. This is all you guys got to do it. All right, and that's why we leave. I mean, a lot of people have problems with the DC universe. You know, it's just how it works.
Don't you think like DC need new leadership? Except who's doing their animation? It would be really great if I don't know. I mean, I know we're not the bosses, but we're definitely the fans.
Well, we'll see what happens. That's all I can ever say. And by the time you hear this, I like listening to old episodes. I got to say this. I like listening to old episodes, and because I'm thinking about this movie. I was laying in bed, and I wanted the Alexa, and Alexa's all playing, and she goes, now playing your nerd side. Episode 19, Avengers Infinity War, blah, 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 interview with somebody else. And then we're talking about, you know what? And it's so weird. We're giving our speculations about the movies, what's going to happen. And I'm like, wow, we're pretty much on it. But 80% of the time. Now, this one, I don't really know what's going to happen. So we'll just see. Let's get into a quick interview. Then we're going to come right back. And since we are, I love Disneyland and I love Disney itself, we thought we'd sit with the voice of Mickey Mouse. Now, he couldn't do the voice for us because of legal stuff. Actually, he did the voice when we're off mic. That's all he can do because he can't record anything. But Bret Iwan is an American voice actor and illustrator, and he's currently the official voice of Mickey Mouse following the death of Wayne Allwine in 2007, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's it. All right, well, let's get into a quick interview with Bret, and this was done at Stonestown, San Francisco. He was doing a special signing with people, and they gave me some side time to talk with him. Listen to this. Before we even start this, we're sitting in a room, and you are an artist. Are you tired a little bit?
It's been a long weekend. I'm a little tired.
Bret, I feel so bad for you. I mean, like, I watched you sign so much, and everybody's all, who the hell are you talking to right now? But I want to get this out of the way first. I watched you, and I felt so bad. You're signing autographs, you're drawing pictures. And I know your background is artistry.
Yes.
And we'll get into that.
Okay.
But is this nonstop for you? I mean, are you all over the place? And, okay, everyone, the voice of Mickey Mouse now, Bret Iwan. I said it right.
That's right. Good job. Yeah.
Bret Iwan.
Nobody gets that right.
Really? What do they usually call you?
Oh,
Donald Duck?
Iwan, Ewin, all over the place.
I like Iwan better.
Yeah.
So is this regular? Well, I want to explain to everybody, we're at Classic Materials in Stonestown, San Francisco, California, because yesterday you were at the Disney Museum for a special thing they had for Mickey Mouse there. So you're tired from there, and then you're here signing autographs all day, and I was lucky to sit next to you. I thank you for allowing me to have some time there.
I'm happy to be here and chat with you.
So how did this... Is it always like this busy? Is it like this all the time?
No, I mean, yes and no. More so lately, I've been doing a lot of traveling and meeting a lot of fans around the place, and it can be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun because people love Mickey, and it's fun to share in that fandom with them. Because I, first and foremost, am just a huge Disney and Mickey fan myself. So
okay, so did you expect all this to happen? No, okay,
no,
let's
not at all.
Let's back up history a little bit.
Okay.
So there originally was Walt Disney.
Yes.
And there was another gentleman, I forgot his name.
Jimmy McDonald.
And then the gentleman you took over, you were supposed to meet him, but he passed away.
Yes, Wayne Allwine.
And those are big shoes to fill. Were
Absolutely.
you nervous?
Yes. Yeah. Was I? Yeah. And am I? Yes.
Still to this day?
Still to this day. 10 years later, there's a lot of pressure. Because as Jimmy McDonald said, we're just filling in for the boss. Yeah. Walt Disney was the first. He was Mickey Mouse. Mickey was Walt. They were kind of the same thing. Walt even said, I speak for Mickey and Mickey still speaks for me.
But the good thing about you, and I will admit this, is as times change, we have to have people that live in the society that we're in of times, what's hip, you're perfect for it now.
Well,
because Mickey is not Mickey 1922 or 1930 or 1940, 1950. You're Mickey 2019, and the way you dress and the way you live is exactly how you're going to portray it a little bit within your voice. That's my personal opinion.
You know, that's an interesting observation. And somebody asked me yesterday at the Family Museum, they said, how much of your personality and you influences the character?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? When it comes to a character like Mickey Mouse, it's actually the reverse.
Okay.
I think Mickey more so informs who I've become as a person. Because Mickey first created in 1928, Steamboat Willie, and has gone on to do so many other things. And yes, over time, you know, Mickey's character has evolved slightly to maybe fit more with the times, but the quintessential essence of Mickey has never changed. And that is, he is a relatable character that everyone sees themselves in, and most importantly, he makes people chuckle. And that's all Walt wanted.
Yeah.
He just wanted a character that kept people laughing because he was so relatable. And, you know, trends change. Trends come and go. But the reason Mickey, who just turned 90 last November, is still as relevant today as he was in 1928 is because he's not following trends. Mickey is consistent. So, you know, sure, these dark blue washed denim jeans I'm wearing are cool right now, but in 3 years we could be back to acid washed.
You do look a little bit like a minion. Yeah, we'll give you that. The jeans, yeah.
Well, gee, thanks. Okay.
2009 when it all started for you.
Yes.
How did you become the backup or the stand-in? Did you have an audition? Because I know you originally started with being an artist.
Yes,
and I saw
correct.
some of the stuff you did here. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Impressed. If nobody knows, you've got to go see Bret at one of the Comic-Cons because he actually took a canvas and drew Mickey Mouse himself, the ears, the face, and then you said, my pal, blah, blah, blah.
Sure, yeah.
That is amazing. So you started as an artist.
I did.
How did you get an audition, or how did you get the whole initial... how did this all start?
Well, you're right. I started as an artist. I always wanted to be an artist.
Yeah.
I went to art school, got a job at Hallmark Greeting Cards. I was there for 5 years. And towards the end of my career at Hallmark, I got an email from a friend who's a Pixar animator. And she received an internal email that was circulated. Disney Character Voices, the department in the studio that is in charge of keeping character consistency in terms of casting voices and recording the characters for different projects, was looking for an understudy for Wayne Allwine. Unfortunately, you know, the voice can be a bit taxing, especially with the production schedule. They've got stuff all the time for Mickey. Wayne was going through some health issues that made it harder for him to be available, so they decided to look for an understudy.
Okay.
That's where this email comes in, circulated. My friend knew that I had done a Mickey voice in the past just to make people laugh because I was a Mickey fan. Sent it to me, and she said, you have to do this. And the instructions were laid out for the audition process. I followed the instructions, submitted my audition, just like you would apply for any other job. You submit your application, right? A couple weeks went by. I got a call. I got a callback audition where I flew myself out to L.A. I did the callback audition, and then a few weeks or about a month later, I got the call that Mickey was needing to do some projects, and they needed to start using me. Unfortunately, Wayne Allwine passed away during that time.
Wow.
And so it was not an understudy position at that point. They just needed someone to kind of to perform the role. So they started trying me on stuff. Disney on Ice was my first project. I did that. And after a day or two of that, they offered me the gig.
So from 2009, pretty much up to date now.
Yes.
We're hearing everything from Mickey's Roadster Racers, everything.
Absolutely, yep.
Games, video games, everything, right?
Yeah, video games, theme parks, toys, radio spots.
So your schedule's pretty full with this.
It's busy. You know, Mickey works a lot.
So I would assume the Hallmark thing is a thing of the past. Are you still writing those "Mom, I miss you" cards?
No, well, I never wrote the cards.
I
just drew the pictures. There's a very talented staff of writers who do that. But you know, I've maintained my artistic side. I have my own design business that I do on the side.
And is there a website for that?
There is a website for that. It's or Instagram. More importantly, it's Bungalow Modern is the name of the business. So check it out there. I do a lot of historic restoration, and there is a website attached to it as well. But yeah, I still do art. Art's always going to be a passion of mine. I'm never going to let that go.
I'm going to hit you real fast. Do you know how lucky you are? People would die to have your position.
I've been told that.
And the rumors are going around that I read on Treadmill. I read on Instagram about you is that you're single right now. I only have a dog.
Oh my gosh!
So if there's
people
a lady,
don't need to be talking about that. That's not. Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding with you.
Oh my gosh!
So continue on. So we had the whole audition, and then there just took off. So do you feel yourself? Your Disney. How do I say? Get the stamp. Walt walked in right now. And he says, "Hello there. You're doing it." Will he give you the stamp of approval that you're doing a good job?
I think if Walt walked in right now, he'd go, "You know, I can do that too." And he'd probably want to take it over, and I would say, have at it. Because like I said, I'm just filling in. And Jimmy said that to Wayne. I have no doubt Wayne would have said that to me if I had had the chance to meet him. We're just filling in. We're doing our part to keep this legacy going for as long as it will go, which is probably forever, because Mickey's got a pretty good track record thus far. So you ask, like, it must feel pretty cool. It feels extremely surreal. I still feel like, why me? Why? I mean, I'm loving it. I love this job. I feel so blessed and lucky, and I'm so fortunate. I've had so many cool